Hi everybody, we're going to look at the number one reason why people fail the driving test in the UK. So we're approaching this junction now and we're going to be going left. At the moment I'm in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, and that's what you got to take into account: the speed of the road that you're on and the speed of the road you're going to enter. So we're going to go left. That white van is giving way, which is good. So centre mirror left, signalling, everyone knows. Now I can't see on the right or left at the moment very well because of the trees and the bushes on the right. So I'm slowing down to give way, and as I gave way, a car's there. The second car is coming straight through. The first car was turning. So I'm checking right, left, right. And when I pull out, I'm not affecting anyone. There's nothing there that's going to come right behind me, apart from maybe the car who's already behind me at the junction. And I'm going to go around this car here. And this is what you've got to remember is that when you're approaching that junction, you should be assessing it. Is it open junction or closed junction? Now what I mean by an open or closed junction is an open junction. As you approach it, you look to your right and left and you can see quite clearly, and a great example is having a grass verge on both sides, and before you get to the point where the giveaway line is, you know if it's clear or not. So you've already made a decision whether you're going to go or stop. So it's an easier decision to make. Now there's closed junctions where you can't see because of fences in the way, cars parked up on the junctions, and they're closed junctions. So the decision that you make on the approach is I'm going to slow down and give way because it's safer, because I can't see what's coming. So there's closed junctions and open junctions, and you need to be able to distinguish the two. And if you're kind of getting a bit confused with one side's clear and the other side's not, so the right side's clear and the left side, oh, he's letting me through, that's good of him. Do a little wave there, thank you. So yeah, if you come to a junction and one side, say the right side's clear but the left side's not, because you've got parked cars and you can't see, then it's effectively still a closed junction, so you really should still be giving way. So we're coming to this junction here and we're going to be going left, and take into account the speed of the road that you're on and the speed of the road that you're going to go on. So at the moment it's still 30 mile an hour. Now there's nothing behind me, so I'm just going to slow down here and just show you what I can see. Now I'm about 4 car lengths from the junction. Now I can't see my right or left at the moment. So if I was approaching this at say 15 mile an hour to go left, then I'll be obviously mirror signaling left, but I'll be slowing down, giving way, and I still can't see. And I still can't see on the right and left. I can see a little bit, but maybe a car length, that's about it. Now I can see on the left, can't see on the right, but now at the junction I can see on the right. And that's what a closed junction is. You can't see till you get there. And the really difficult ones is when you come to a junction and you stop at the line and you still can't see because of the parked cars, and that's where you've got to do effective observations. So it's not just a right, left, right and go. It's a right, left, right, and assess, could there be cars going past the parked cars that are going to be blocking your view, and if there is, you might have to give way. And so you'd be kind of not in such a rush to pull out, and if you do pull out, you pull out very slowly, so you've got to be careful. So we'll go to a few more junctions and then we'll do some right emergence at the same time. So we'll do a left one out of here, centre mirror left again, and I still can't see it. I see on the left a little bit, the woman approaching, can't see on the right, so I'm slowing down for first gear. I can see right, left, right, it's definitely clear. So when I enter, I'm not causing any cars to slow down behind me, because that's what you got to remember. If you pull out and there's a car on your right and it's following the direction you're going, and they catch up with you, and you're causing them to slow down, there's a fault. And if they slow down pretty quickly, then you're going to get serious. And if you try and pull out in front of a car because you haven't done effective observations, you've approached it to thinking I'm going to go, then don't be surprised if the examiner puts a foot on the brake because you're not checking properly. And effective observations at junctions also include roundabouts. So if you're approaching a roundabout, you obviously give way to your right in the UK on roundabouts. But if you're pulling out in front of a car on your right and you cause him to slow down, then you're going to get a serious or a dangerous, depending on how close they are to you. And if you try and pull out and there's no way you're going to make it, and you're in a dual controls car, the examiner's going to put the foot on the brake and stop you at that point, because you're going to pull in front of a car and you're not going to make it. So we're going to go right at the end of it. It's that same one again. And like I say, if I didn't know the area, I'll be approaching it like I am now. I'm doing 15 mile an hour, going to go right, centre mirror right, signalling. I can't see. Now, because you're going to go right, 9 times out of 10, you're going to probably stop and look. Right, left, right, because you're going to cross 2 lanes to, the left lane and the right lane to get to yours. So you've got to bear that in mind. And on a busy road, you need to take into account the speed of the traffic on both sides, and sometimes it just takes a few seconds to kind of start working out the speed of the traffic. So don't suddenly go right, left, right, I'm off. That's wrong. It's wrong to do. It's dangerous. So remember, keep it safe. Don't take risks. And especially at the beginning of your driving test, when the first few minutes when you're probably the nervous, and there's usually a few junctions that have near test sensors, so you've got to play it safe. Approach things at the correct speeds. If you approach it too fast, you'll misjudge things. So approaching at safe speeds is probably a great idea. So yeah, junctions coming out all shapes and sizes, and like I said, the more difficult the junction is, it's usually caused by people parking right close to the junctions, or the fact that you've got buildings or fences right on the corner of the road where the junction is, making it difficult for you to see, and that's a telltale sign of you're going to stop and look. So I'm going to do a right turn at the end of it, and like I say, right emerging out of junctions is a lot more difficult than left emerging because you're crossing 2 lanes to get there. So it's centre mirror right, signalling. Now I can see on the right quite clearly because it's nice open. I can see exactly nothing's coming. The left I can't see, so I'm stopping to look. And it's a double check just to make sure. And that's what you got to keep remembering. If one side's clear and the other side's not, it's still a closed junction. So you got to slow down, expecting to give way. Just going to slow down for this bend, see what's going on. Now I'll wait here a second. Yeah, lots of parked cars on the bend then. I couldn't see what was happening, so I'm anticipating the danger. I can see a car. Is he coming? No, it's waiting for me, which is the right thing to do. So what we're going to do now is head to a couple of roundabouts, not big ones, but small ones. So we're going to do a couple of mini roundabouts, which can be quite busy, some of them. So we're going to go right at this first one here. So it's centre mirror right, signalling. And remember, effective observation on the approach. Now I can see on the left, which doesn't really affect me too much. So the right should be giving way to. So I'm checking to my right. There's a car there, so I'm slowing down. First gear, gas, biting point. And this is what you've got to remember. If I pull out and affect a car on my right by making them slow down, then you're not going to pass your driving test. You're going to get a series for it. So remember that. Don't take risks. Assess the speed of the traffic approaching from your right, and it's easy then. It just takes practice. So we've got another roundabout coming up, and we're going to follow the road ahead. So it's an easy one to start with. I can see quite clearly ahead of me. There's nothing indicating right. There's nothing approaching that I should keep an eye on. But you still watch things in case things change. And then the next roundabout I'm going to come to, I'm going to go right turn. Now this one's quite a tricky little one because you can't see what's coming. Because the building on the right is blocking your view. So it can be quite dangerous. And because it's a little bit trickier and dangerous, I'm going to approach it at a slower speed so that if I have to stop, it's easier. So there's your roundabout sign on the left. There's roundabout where that black car is now. So I'm going to be doing a right turn. And I can't see what's coming from me right. So as I get closer, I'm going to cover my brake and cover the clutch. I'm checking to my right, and I'm going. But I must be doing about 8 miles an hour then, if that. So if you've enjoyed the video and it's helped you with junctions and number one, then fantastic. And remember, the more practice you do at slowing down and giving way and checking and making sure it's effective, the better you're going to get at it. So good luck on the driving lessons, and if you've got your test coming up, all the best with that.